What's up, y'all? It's your boy Coach White, Mark White, aka Mr. Modifier, dual broadcasting on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I want to talk about Wonolo. All right. So this is solely the views and opinions by yours truly, Coach White, Mark White, aka Mr. Modifier. All right, so let's talk first. I started using Wonolo May 6, 2018. That was a Sunday. It was my first job. And when I first saw it, I was a little skeptical. You know, my scam guard was up. My wife introduced me to this app. And the first job I did was a fulfillment warehouse work at Limelight, right? Went in on a Sunday with 3 other new Wonoloers. And it was great. It was. I mean, everybody was friendly. All the Wonoloers had this like smile on their face. And I was like, oh, I could get used to it. So the first job I did, I made $123.60. Boom. Here's the proofs in the pudding. Right down there. Right there. Okay. So I was like, okay, cool. So I did the next day I did the same job. And it was from 11:30 to 7:30, 8 hours, and they paid 112. But I came in early, and the boss rounded me up to 121.60. I was like, cool. So then I went back on the 9th, the following day, and the same thing happened. I was supposed to make 112, and they rounded me up to 114.60. Cool. Then went back on the 10th, so I did the 6th, missed the 7th, did the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And on the 10th, I decided to do back-to-back gigs because I was talking to another guy, and he says you could pick up 2 jobs in the same day. And I was like, cool. So I did 2 jobs on the 10th. So just talking about all the jobs I did, I've done a total of, I'm going to go to my little profile so you guys can see. I've done 16 jobs approved, and I have 1 active for the weekend. My ratings are 4.8 because of one not so nice guy, I'll say. Actually 2 places, but one guy, he was just a real prick. From I don't give 5s, nobody's worth a 5. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll give you a 1 because we get to rate them too. So in 14 days, I've done 16 jobs, and I've made a total of $1,477.12. Now, mind you, 20 of that came because after you complete 10 jobs in any category with a 4.9 or higher, which is only a 5, you get a $20 bonus. You do 10 jobs. You do 25 jobs, you get a $50 bonus in a Wonolo t-shirt. Ooh. You do 100 jobs, you get a $100 bonus from Wonolo, right? Now, what's cool is, even though I have a 4.8, each category, so you have warehouse fulfillment, general labor, delivery, there's a couple other ones, the food manufacturing, whatever that one was. And each category you get rated on. You get an overall rating from all your jobs. And what I found out from emailing Wonolo is it's your 23 jobs. So if you fall under your 5 and then you do 23 jobs and you start getting 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, they start pushing down the lower ones. Okay, so they get pushed out and your rating can go back up. That's why I'm at a 4.8 because I went back to the same guy. We'll talk about this in a little bit. And he gave me another 4. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to work for you again. And then it popped up. Now, the problem is with Wonolo, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not quick to accept the job, if you're sitting here reading, and God forbid there's a video you need to watch, by the time you're done, somebody's already taken it. So you have to be extremely quick. Now, there's a few things you need to know if you decide to use Wonolo. 1, you have to do a background check. Let's get that out the way. Just do it. You never know. 2, you got to take a little like quiz. Shoot me a message if you need help with that quiz, because my wife definitely hooked me up, and I've been hooking up my friends. You know, that's how we do it. We look out for each other. That's what we do. We're human beings. We need to do that for each other. So I'll hook you up with some resources to help you answer the questions. Okay, and then 3, make sure, because this is going to be a big one. Make sure you're saving the tax money that they would take out in taxes. Like, I don't know where you live, but here in New York State, it's like 20, 22. So I'm saving 33% of every job. I'm putting it to the side. So 1477.12. That's like 180. I'm sorry, 487. Give or take 33% of that. That way, I can pay my taxes and not worry about it. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I know they give you 1099. Some of these jobs, they do W-2, where you can fill out your W-2 and then they take out taxes. I think the place is called AMS, something like that. Yeah, but it's paid bills. It's paid my car insurance. It's paid our cell phone bill. It's paid my our health insurance bill. So, I mean, the money's legit for anybody that's skeptical and thinks that you're not going to get paid. This is how it works. You do a job that day, then the employer, they clear it, they process it, and then it takes 3 to 5 days before it goes into your bank. So think if you're working a 9 to 5 job and you get paid every Friday, you work Monday to Friday, you're not asking Monday, where's my pay? And that's one issue I had. I had one guy the other day. I don't understand why we don't get paid the same day. This is why. Because it takes time for them to process it, and then your bank, depending on your bank, may take 3 to 5 days to do the ACH, HC, what the hell it's called, when they process it into your bank account. So that's how the pay works. Now I've gotten the money, which is nice. Some weeks it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I got deposit in my bank, deposit in my bank, deposit in my bank, deposit in my bank. Some of the work, I'm gonna tell you, some places. What I've noticed, a lot of these places are either in the hole or they're very far behind where they're supposed to be. Like when I first started working at Limelight, they've caught up. That's why they haven't been requesting as much. But when I first started working there, it was like 10,000 orders. And then like yesterday, they sent us all home early. Now, some places they'll send you home early, they'll adjust your pay. Other places, they'll give you the full pay. I did a place, Advantage Outfitters, Lance. If you ever see this, huge shout out to Lance. Cool dude. I mean, it was manual labor, and I was busting my ass, but it was well worth it. So we set up. You ever go to Home Depot and they got the beams with the orange beams and the posts and the mesh on top, and they put the products on. We were setting those up like 3 high. Now it was supposed to be 4 of us, and there was 2 of us that originally got there, and one of us had to go to Long Island with the driver. So I opted not to do that, and it was just me by myself for about 40 minutes before one of the 2 other people showed up. I was so grateful he showed up. Cecil, if you ever see this, I'm a little upset with you. Never met you, but I'm a little upset with you. See, when you don't show up to a job, first it's a breach of contract, and it doesn't look good for anybody, right? It doesn't look good for you. You get a shit review, shit rating, and it hurts it hurts to us Wonoloers, first of all, because I'm sitting here trying to set up these beams by myself. So I got one beam on the ladder, mounting it in this side, running over this side, mounting it. I'm dripping sweat, and other dude show up. I'm like, thank God you're here, because it's so much easier with 2 people. But 2, it also makes that business question if they should be using Wonolo, because they had somebody supposed to show up and they didn't show up. So that doesn't look good. Just and then listen, if you can't make it, listen, people get sick, things happen, car flat tire. Just withdraw from the job. Now try to do it 12 hours before so they can find somebody to replace you. But if you don't, and if you do it 12 hours, you're cool. I mean, it's a breach of contract. If you breach your contract once, it's 3 days, I think, suspension. Twice is 7 days, and 3 times is total termination. Just like anywhere, just call in advance. Communication is key. So if you have any questions, hit me up, shoot me a message, drop me a comment, whatever works for you. But it's so far so good. Now I'm going to talk about some of the places I didn't like. I'm not going to say their name. And if you want to know the name, let me know, and I'll talk to you in private message or text message or email, whatever's easiest, convenient for you. One place I worked, they worked us like a slave. We couldn't even talk to each other. The lady came out screaming at me, and I was polite. I was like, yes, ma'am, you're 100% correct. On my company time, I'm here to do a job. I shouldn't be talking about my why. We're talking about our whys. And she didn't come back to apologize. She came back and said that I was so polite. What pissed me off, she gave me a 5-star, which was cool. But what pissed me off is the day the job said they were paying like $98, and they sent us home early and docked us for lunch, and they only paid like 86, 82, whatever it was. I mean, hey, $10 is $10. But listen, if you were to put 82, I might have reconsidered going over the bridge and paying tolls and gas to get out there. You know what I mean? So that was one thing. I haven't seen that job pop up. I'm sure enough people complained about it. I worked at another place, and I'm not going to say the name. First of all, the bathroom smelled like Grand Central in the 80s and 90s. Straight. It's horrible, like just piss everywhere. There was no soap to wash your hands, which I found just grimy, real grimy. And then I didn't like, he gave me a 5 because I bust my ass. You know, they give 5 Ps. If you do Wonolo, you'll read about it. And, being punctual, polite, all that stuff. Get you 5 stars. But one thing I didn't like is we were opening products and re-barcoding them. I mean, everyone's got to hustle, do your thing. So he was doing his thing. But I just didn't like it. It made me feel kind of dirty. So I never went back to that guy. I did a place in Long Island, and it was, I'm not gonna lie, if it was a hot summer day, I probably would have walked off the job. Let's say this right now. And it was hard work. It was hard work. My feet hurt at the end of the day. I crushed my nails, still cracked. Yeah, it was hard work. But you do a job you don't like, you don't go back. That's the great thing about Wonolo, right? You're not obligated. And what's cool is like the day before you go to the job, it says you get an email, meet your fellow Wonoloers. When you're at a job, you can tell who's working for Wonolo and who's not, because the people that are all chipper and happy with smiles on their face, they're always Wonolo. And this is the truth. When you start a job, you're excited, you're happy, you got the job. Couple weeks, couple months, you're just like, you're miserable, you don't want to work. You can just tell that, right? So it's works on your schedule. Now, one thing I don't like is lately I've been seeing jobs like Edison, New Jersey's an hour and a half away from me. Now, going there is not bad because I go over to George Washington. Coming back, I go the long way because I'm not paying that $14 or $16 toll to go over to George Washington to come back into New York. So I've been putting miles in the car, which I do document. I have a Wonolo book. It's the date, the time, the hours I work, the pay, the original pay. I'll get this, right? So let's say the job pays $105. Depending on certain jobs, well, on all the jobs I've done, Wonolo takes out anywhere from $4.60 to like $2.60, depending on how many hours you work and how much the job pays. That's in case you get hurt on the job, right? That's in case you get hurt and you need workman's comp or some kind of insurance. That's what that's for. So clarified that. Somebody was talking to me about that yesterday. Because I was like, yeah, I went out to a job and they said like $80 for the day, which wasn't bad. It was like $20 for 4 hours. I'm sorry, 6 hours, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was $6. Let me go check. I think it was six hours for $80. I was like, that's not bad. Right? There was a job in Montauk. It was $80 for 2 hours to sip beer. Montauk's far from me. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it was $80, and then they took out $4.60. I'm like, wait a second, I wasn't prepared for that. So you see, I'll show you guys. I'll show you like this. So, I got nothing to hide. I put how much I've made so far, right? So we'll go to my pay. So we'll go to my pay. You see how these are? It might be backwards for you guys, but it's like $20 just for my bonus. Then we have $107.32. Advantage Outfitters was $100.60. Now, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it tells you it was original pay is $105. You'll see that down at the bottom. $105 right there, minus the $4.40 for trust and safety fees. So I made $100.60 for 8 hours of manual labor. Let's do the math right now. So originally it was $105 for 8 hours, right? 105 divided by 8 is $13.12 an hour. But then I only made $160 because of Wonolo. So I do that times 8. It was $12.57 an hour. Now for me, that's not bad. I'll take that. But there was one job I did, and I accepted it, and I was like, I don't want to get a bad review or rating, so I'm going to do it anyway. I was a little upset because I felt that my time is worth more than what they paid me. But you live and you learn, and I won't go back and do it again. So let's see. Let me find it. This is the one. I said I wouldn't say the name, but you guys can read it. This guy gave me a 4. And I did this job because, look, originally it was $62.50 But Wonolo, every once in a while, they put these bonus wages in. They give an $8 bonus wage, so it made it $72.50, and they only took out $2.75. Now, mind you, this was 3 a.m. to 8 a.m., 5 hours in the early morning. So let's do 70.50 divided by 5. Right? 70.50 divided by 5. That's $14.10 an hour. Can't go wrong with that, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm down here in Edison, New Jersey. Let me open up Wonolo. That same day, I found another job, which was a manufacturing product, and then worked on the refrigerator. And it was $90. And they took out how much? $4.68, right? Boom. See at the bottom? $4.68. Not hot. $85.32 for that job. And then $67.75. So let's do the math. $67.75. $67.75 plus 85, what did I say? $85.32 plus $85.32. So I made $153.07 that day. I mean, granted, it was a long day. It was like 13 hours. But the food place was cool because they let us take home food at the end of the day. It's an added plus. I mean, granted, both of those places, they both gave me 4 stars, and I felt that I went above and beyond, which I always do. I always give my all. And so I sent an email to Wonolo. Oh, let's talk about the place I withdraw from, because I did withdraw. You guys should know this. My jobs. So you go to your jobs, it will tell you all your jobs. So I have this job tomorrow on Monday, 8320, right? Fulfillment Center. I like this fulfillment center. So this is the place on the bottom. It says 8320. When I accepted the job, they were paying 110. I accepted 2 days. It was the 9th and 10th. And mind you, this is when I first started. And I was like amped. I was like, oh, excited. Yeah, I got my first pay. I was excited. And they changed the pay. So I sent an email to Wonolo. I'm like, listen, for me to go over the bridge, pay tax, put oil in my car, it's not worth it. So Wonolo was nice enough, and instead of me getting a withdrawal, they put it in as cancel. Now, you're not supposed to call the company and ask them to cancel you. But if you email Wonolo, I'm sure they'll work it out with you. Anyway, listen, I'm not here for 17 minutes. I don't want to keep too much longer. But so far, it's decent. I'm looking at the bay. One thing when you go, all right, so you go, this is how it looks when you go near jobs. So it will load up. And these are the jobs that are around me. So you have Fonda Low Cold Storage, and that's general labor. You have this unique East Coast that's paying $128, but that's 150 miles. That's in Boston, Massachusetts. So you have this. You can look at by start time, by distance, and by pay. Or you can look at the map, which is pretty cool because I'll zoom out so you guys can see. So here's New York and New Jersey. And you see how these ones pop up? The ones that are yellow, those are the ones you can accept. So let me push that. So it tells you the job down here. And then if I push that, it will open up the job. And if I want to accept it, I just scroll down to the bottom. You push the accept button, and then it will tell you requirements. And then you have to check the requirements if you can do them. And then that's it. You go the next day, you go to the job. Now, let me zoom out all the way. I'm going to show you. This is originally a California-based job, right? So I'm going to go to Cali and look. Nothing's popping up. Oh, here we go. So we go like this, right? In Cali, only a couple jobs right now, but what do we have in Cali? We have rush order. I'll go like this so you can see the list in California. So in Cali, there's a lot more jobs, right? Because that's where it's big right now. That's where it started. So you have LSG Sky Chef for $116.60 a day. And you have Good Eggs, $100 a day. You have Rush Order, $88 a day. And then you have Good Eggs Delivery for $80. So yeah, let's go by start time. Thursday. Thursday is a big day in Cali. Look at all these jobs. Now, I'm hoping New York will pick up like this. I'm sure it will in time. What I see about this, like, all right, two benefits for the employees, right? Well, the employer. Let's start with the employer. Employers, when you have a Wonolo person, you don't have to pay time and a half, no overtime. Now, if somebody wants to work an extra hour or two, you just give them another hour pay. You don't give them time and a half. So I see that being a benefit. Places that are behind and need to catch up, instead of going through a whole training process and training people to do these jobs, they can just hire Wonolo people. They come in, you teach them one day. Normally, they'll come back. Now you have a Wonolo referred. You can be a referred Wonoloer. If you go to a company and they like you, they can send you a direct message. You'll get a text message. You click the link in the text message. It's the job. You just accept it. I've been a referred Wonolo 3 times. My work schedule doesn't allow me. I shouldn't say my work schedule. My life schedule. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I can't. I have other obligations. I can't. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days, and then weekends. Now, sometimes I do have a Monday or a Friday free. Like yesterday, I called therapy. I'm like, listen, I'm going to take this job. I need the money. I got one more bill before the end of the month. I got to cover it, and this definitely cover it. And anything after that, that's all profit. So I called therapy, and we rescheduled. I don't like doing that at all. And then Wednesday, I do orientation for my overnight job, paid orientation. So I'll be working 10 to 6 or 11 to 7, depending on the days. I put my flexibility every day, so I can work anywhere from 4 to 7 days a week. And then when that starts, I'll have that steady income taking taxes out of, and then I'll continue doing Wonolo jobs here and there. Now, Lime Life is my joint. I love this job, but if I was talking to a fellow Wonoloer, he did it 20 some odd job. He was doing back-to-back gigs every day from 7 to 4 and then 4 to 8 every day. They actually hired him. For me, I like the job, but I don't see myself doing it every single day. Standing on your feet, taking an order, making a box, taping the box, rolling the order in paper or lining the box in paper, putting the order in and then folding it up, and then closing the box, taping it and putting a label on it, priority or UPS, throwing it in priority or walking it over to UPS pallet. Every single day would drive me crazy. To do it when I want to, when it pops up on the app, great. But every single day, I don't see myself doing that. Now, granted, if I was in his situation and I was in his shoes, I would have took it too, because now he's going to get his benefits. He's secured a job. He doesn't have to worry about trying to catch it on Wonolo, which also is good. He was getting referred because he could work every single day. So if the boss likes you, they'll send you a referral. Like I said, you get a text message, you accept it, and you go to work. For me, I'm digging it. Now, some of the things I don't like is that a lot of these jobs are a further commute. Now, I don't mind driving, don't get me wrong. I just don't like people that can't drive. And the Garden State Parkway, the Jersey Turnpike, anything in Jersey, going in the morning is fine because I leave early. Hate being late, sets off my PTSD. So I always leave like early. I'd rather be an hour early sitting in my car, relaxing and chilling before work than rushing to get to work. So going to work's never been a problem. It's coming home, because now you gotta remember, I'm in New York. To go to Jersey, I'll take the George Washington or the Tappan Zee. I don't pay going there. It's coming back, I pay. And I usually go the Garden State Parkway, right? There's 2 tolls, $1.50 each. And mind you, I'm writing this all down in my little book. I grabbed my book, but it's just, let me write this. All right, bada bing, bada boom. So I have 2 books. I have my daily agenda book, which is the little one, and then I have my Wonolo book, which is my big one. Now, I'm gonna do this just to show you guys so you have an idea if you decide to do this. So every day I have the day, the job, the amount paid, oops. And then you see, we have our receipts. We have our receipts. Now, I'm a smart guy. I keep the receipts, but everything's done on my business card. So at the end of the year, some tax time, like tolls and stuff, Easy Pass paid $25 for Easy Pass, $25 for Easy Pass. At the end of the day, and when tax time comes, if Uncle Sam and the IRS come after me, I'm like, here's my bank statement, here's everything. If I bought lunch that day and I can use it as a tax write-off, it's on that card. If I traveled and I can use it as a tax write-off, it's on that card. The miles are in my book, there and back, or there into another job and then back. All the miles go into the book. Every time I put replenish Easy Pass, they make money, y'all. They make money. And then they send you the bill in the mail if you ain't got it. And if you ain't got an Easy Pass, the toll's more money. This is crazy, but put money on Easy Pass, and the Easy Pass is under my wife's name because she used to drive Lyft, and she got the Easy Pass. But I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to go get a new one with my name on it when she's my wife. So at the end of the year, it's on my bank statement, Easy Pass payments. So those are just some of the write-offs. Now I have to go talk to my tax guy, and I advise you to talk to your tax person. If you make a 1099, you gotta remember, okay, what are my expenses? And then this is my income, because it is an income tax, not an expense tax. I'm gonna leave you with this. Pigs get slaughtered, hogs get fat. My tax guy told me that. So be smart. Don't be greedy. Be smart about your taxes. As an independent coach, I've learned, I took my first year's coaching, 30 minutes every day for 30 days, YouTubing, taxes, tax breakdowns, New York State taxes, tax laws, IRS, as much information as I could soak up and learn. Then, you know, a lot of these places, H&R Block, Jackson Hill, you can go in for free consultation. Take advantage of that. Call up a tax and Yellow Pages, taxes, consultation free. Do that. Educate yourself. It's well worth it. But anyway, so this is just Real Talk with Coach White. Wonolo. So far, so good. Like I said, I started on the 6th of May. Here we are on the 26th. Now, I've only worked 14 days. That's 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. I've done 16 jobs in 2 weeks. I've made a total of $1,477.12. In 2 weeks. Not bad. Now, I'm not saying this is typical because I don't know. I ain't seen nobody else up in here talking about how much they make on Wonolo. But I do get an email every week talking about the top earning person on Wonolo made like $1,300 this week or $1,400 this week. I'm like, cool. I made it in 2 weeks. But like I said, I got to pay my own taxes off of this, and just educate yourself, because this is like freelance work. You know, you can take a job when you want to take a job. You don't want to do the job, make sure you withdraw within the proper amount of time. Make sure you read everything, read all the fine print, the small print. And then if you're interested, let me know. There's a referral link, a referral code, and I can give you that. It'll give you an additional $25 on your first job as long as you get 5 stars. And it gives me $25, but I'm not really in it for that. I'm in it for people that need to make a little extra income, that just need a little side hustle. This is great for the college kid that needs to make a little bit of money here and there. This is great for just, you know, the entrepreneur that needs to pay maybe a business maintenance fee or something along those lines. This is perfect for you. If you got some free time and you want to just pick up a gig, this is perfect for you. Like I said, it works. It's legit. This is my soul, me, myself, and I. Opinions on Wonolo. Pros and cons. Like I said, pro, you get paid. You work on your time. Con, some places they treat you like shit. Some places one place I worked with a kid, Jonathan, I think his name was. And we started humming because we weren't allowed to talk. We got yelled at for talking. Then in the description, it says, make sure you ask questions. Well, apparently talking and asking questions, you can't do. So I won't be going back there. But you live and you learn. Pro, the money is directly deposited into your bank account. Or if you have a like prepaid or rush card or whatever those cards are, you can have it put on that. Or the Emerald H&R Block card, you can have it put on that. Con, a lot of the places in New York, they're not paying as much as you would like. I saw one, it was $256 for the day. It was in Maryland, I believe. And then, like I said, there's one for $128 up in Massachusetts. I even texted my brother. He's like, it's 20 minutes from me. I'm like, maybe I'll take it on the weekend, crash at your place, and see you for the weekend. I was even though it's like worth it for me to drive. It's literally like 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get there, work 8 hours, and then drive 3 hours to get home. Nah, it's not really worth it to me. But I know some people, they might go out there for the week and pick up, because it was every day. Every day. I mean, if you've done 128 times 7, that's good money, right? You got to do what you got to do sometimes. But anyway, listen, I'm at 30 minutes, longer than I wanted to be. Just wanted to come up and talk about Wonolo, right? With that being said, it's your boy, Coach White, Mark White, a.k.a. Mr. Modifier. Any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit me up, shoot me a message. And, yeah, hope to see you in Wonolo one day as my fellow Wonolo, all right? Peace.